Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Showers Two Cents. How have you been? How are you doing? It feels so good to be back. I finally got my podcast back and I am happy to be recording again. I'm always happy and I feel all the positive emotions in the world anytime I'm recording an episode because I'm always free to say what I want to say and free to take things off my chest. And it's just like a free therapy session. To my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing to Showers Descent. And to my OGs who have been tuning in from the first episode till now, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast's newsletter on Substack. Let's get into today's episode. Have I said how much I missed you all? Because I really did. I did. Thank you again to everyone who reached out while I was away. Thank you, everyone. There are some things that life teaches you gently, and some things it slaps into you when you're not looking. Today's episode, it's the slap, the reminder, the truths we learned the hard way. This is what I wish I knew earlier about love, about money, and about life itself. The three things that shape us the most and also confuse us the most. This episode is for you if you're still navigating your way through life and no one has had these conversations with you about these things, and you're tired of always making the wrong choices when it comes to love, money, or life. Let's get into what I wish I knew earlier about love. The first thing I wish I knew earlier about love is that love is not enough. Even AG Baby said it. Someone can love you and still not treat you the way you deserve. Love needs compatibility, communication, effort, and emotional maturity, or it definitely would not last. And it took me a long time to accept that because we grew up thinking love fixes everything. That if you just love someone hard enough, then they'll magically become who you need. But honestly, love without effort is just emotion. Love without maturity is just chaos. Love without clarity is just pain. And you have to stop romanticizing struggle. You are not supposed to be suffering in the name of feelings. Also, you should know that if they wanted to, they would. People make time, effort, and space for what they value. They put their energy into something they want. And let me say this slowly. If they wanted to, they definitely would. You will save yourself weeks, months, and years of confusion by accepting this one sentence. If they wanted to, they would. Not maybe, not one day, not they are busy. Enough of the excuses. Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't show up today. I'm sorry I forgot. They just do not care enough. End of discussion. It is not okay for your man or your woman to treat you like you do not matter. Remember, if they wanted to, they would. Another thing is people will sometimes not love you the way you want. They will love you the way they can. And sometimes their version of love is not enough for your soul. Most people only love you the way they know how. While it doesn't mean that they are totally bad people because of that, it just means you are not aligned and they are not meant for you. That is your cue to get creative with the breakup line. It is not you, it's me. I feel I'm not the one for you, and the right person will find you. I think I'm standing in the way of your happiness. Just find your way with words and leave. Another lesson is the right people bring clarity and not confusion. They don't make you guess. They don't make you beg. They don't bring anxiety. They bring peace. The right babe or man for you won't come with confusion of no sort. You won't need to be second guessing or third guessing about nothing. And let's be real, if you're constantly confused, overthinking, or begging for reassurance, that is not love. Stop falling for potential. Oh, maybe he'll change. He may be better in future. She may treat me right if I stay a while longer. Potential is not love. Potential is fantasy. Also, boundaries don't ruin relationships, they reveal them. If someone leaves the moment you decide to create boundaries in your relationships, then they were benefiting from you having none. Boundaries do not lose people, they reveal them. Some people disappear the moment you stop shrinking yourself. Let them. Do not overlook it when people cross certain boundaries they shouldn't. Being in a relationship does not mean you have to be uncouth and loose towards your partner just because you think they are yours. I wish I was fully aware about situationships until I got into one. And boy, that is one of the worst places to be. Unsure? What do you mean you don't know what you guys are? And you're just there for the fun of it, wasting your time and your energy on someone who isn't even worth it. You're just there, confused. You're not moving forward with them. You're not moving backward. You're just stuck. Take every mixed signals as a clear signal. No, they are not confused. They are just not choosing you. The last thing I wish I was told earlier about love is people will give bare minimum and be expecting premium loyalty. Now, you would naturally think that if you are loyal to someone, they'd be loyal too. But nope, it doesn't work that way these days. Your partner will give you the bare minimum and surprisingly expect you to ride with them through thick and thin because you're dumb or what. Now, if you don't know your worth, you think it's normal, especially if you grew up in a family where your dad always treats your mom like she's worthless and always disrespects her in front of others at every chance he gets. Yet your mom speaks with him and stands by him regardless. She even treats him like a king. You would think that's the way relationships should be. Then you go about treating people you date like rubbish and not care about investing time or communicating in the relationship. And then you, as the woman or the man, you're there accepting being treated like rubbish while getting bare minimum. Stop begging, start living. Based on my experiences, self respect and emotional maturity are essential when you're dating someone. I've had good and bad experiences with relationships, mostly bad, but that is because I didn't know my worth then. Growing up, it was always, will you act like this when you get to your husband's house? Your mother in law won't accept this rubbish from you. Better learn how to cook so you can be a mother to your husband and children. Like, though cooking is what determines the worth of a woman, or a mother in law is the one I'll be in the marriage with. It was always marriage or wedding, even the subtle conversations. So I always thought
that was the most important thing in life. And I used to see it as an achievement then. But marriage is not an achievement, by the way. But if you see it as that, congratulations to you, anyways. I always got myself in crazy dating situations until I knew my worth. You should listen to my undiluted dating experiences on episode 4 of the podcast. I'll attach a link to the episode in the show notes. When I realized who I am, I got to know I'm worth more than diamonds or rubies for one rubbish man to trample on me and be settling for less. My orientation about dating literally changed. Now, let's talk about money, the topic everyone avoids until they are stressed. I wish someone told me earlier that making money and keeping money are two completely different skill sets. Anyone can earn, but only a disciplined person knows how to maintain, save, or grow their money. Sometimes you're not broke because life is hard. You're broke because your habits are bad. Your habits matter more than your income. You can earn more and still stay broke if you don't fix the habits that drain you. You should make healthy money habits, read books on financial freedom, and practice what's in there. It will be painful at first, but it is definitely worth it. Money is emotional. We spend based on how we feel, not what we have. When you're sad, you buy something. When you're happy, you buy something. When you're stressed, you buy something. That cycle keeps people stuck. And here's the truth no one likes to hear. It is not always money problem. Sometimes it is a discipline problem. And let's drag it a little. Your money mindset is louder than your income. If you say you're poor, you're attracting poverty to yourself, and you can never be wealthy because no amount of money will be enough for you. Yes, you haven't touched the millions yet. But how will you touch it when all your mindset is, I'm poor, I don't have money, I'm not poor, please? Even on days when you don't have, don't go about calling yourself poor. And when the money comes, take care of yourself. Stop having guilt when it comes to spending your own money. But that doesn't mean you should spend more than you earn and start living a lifestyle you cannot sustain. That's why some people earn millions and still feel broke. Suddenly, you're getting something that is more than your salary in a month. And it's not even an investment. You're eating out of a pricey restaurants. You're getting a hair of 450 when your salary is 500K and you don't have any other source of income for that month. You're getting the new Adidas because you have a sneaker streak you don't want to break. You're getting the latest phone because your idol, your favorite artist, has bought it too. Meanwhile, your bank account is screaming for help. While I'm not judging anyone, if you can afford it, then please buy the whole store. But if you can't, please just spend wisely. Not everyone will tell you this, but investing early is a cheat code. The earlier you start, the more freedom you have later. Your future self will thank you for every tiny amount you invest today. Do not wait until you start earning in 6 figures or 7 figures before you start investing. Investing is not for rich people, it is how people get rich. If you want to, you can. The only reason you are not doing it is because of your excuses. The reward of investment is usually sweet I spent months in this year investing in something, although it looked tough at first and I thought I wasn't going to pull through. I even stopped for a month and wow, I reaped the consequences that month. But thankfully, I persisted and I got a good reward in the end. If I had the proper knowledge about investments years back, I know how much I would have had by now. Try to avoid loans at every cost, especially if you know you can't afford to pay the interest. It might be enticing to collect them, but try as much as you can to stay away from such situations that will require you to take loans, especially if you can't pay back within the set time. Imagine taking huge loans and your salary for the month is engulfed by the loan, and you're borrowing another loan to make up for the one the loan apps and sharks have swallowed. If peer pressure and social media is the reason you're breaking the bank and making poor financial choices, please unpressure yourself or leave the social media platform. Also, learning to say no will save you a lot of unwanted expenses. You can't please everyone. You worked for the money, so don't allow anyone get into your head and make you spend more than you should. Yes, life is too short, but don't spend foolishly. What if you stay on earth for 100 years or more and God doesn't take you anytime soon? You don't want to be working your ass off while others are resting at that age. Stop buying to impress people that don't even like you. Discipline and financial awareness will lead to your financial freedom. And now, life, the big one. Life is the teacher you cannot run from, the teacher that gives the test first and the lesson later. One lesson that stings is nobody is coming to save you. So you have to get up. Your dreams won't execute themselves. You might be lucky to find people around you that support your dreams, but the dream won't become a reality if you do not move. It will stay a dream if you are not doing anything about it. Own your life, take responsibility, or you will just live an empty life. Another lesson I wish I knew earlier is that confidence doesn't come before taking action, it comes after. You get confident by doing things scared, not by waiting to feel ready. Do it afraid, do it anxious, but make sure you are doing it. Will people laugh? Yes, they will. Will people talk? Yes, they will. But trust me, half the people in the crowd do not have half the confidence you have. If you're scared to do something, anything, because you're scared of people's opinions, then you'll never do anything. Growing up, your parents were ringing in your ears what's like, what will people say? I can't let you do this because people wouldn't have good things to say about it. What would the family say? Your parents are people pleasers. They're people pleasers and they pass that down to you. Now, you've lived your whole life pleasing people. It is not too late to break the jinx. This is your life, not your parents or your families. They will call you rebellious. They will even call you the black sheep. They'll call you all sort of names. Just do what you have to do regardless, or you'll live an unhappy life. I wish I knew earlier that resting is actually productivity. I used to think you had to spend day and night working towards a goal until reality hits. Refusing to give your body enough rest is punishment. Burnout does not make you successful. There should be balance between your work time and your rest time, or your body will break down and you will have yourself to blame. Avoid taking on more than you can. Stop juggling so many things. Life has taught me that you need consistency, not perfection. Be consistent with whatever you are building. Don't add a brick today and wait till the next week before you add another brick. Your building will take forever to be completed. Oh, and your building plan does not have to be perfect before you start building. There is no perfect time. You are just wasting time. Every time you feel like giving up, just remind yourself that no one is coming to save you. And you'll live your 40s and 50s unhappy, in regrets. That should be the wake up call you need. I have also learned along the way that your 20s are for building. Your 20s are not supposed to look aesthetic. They're supposed to be messy, confusing, humbling. If your life looks perfect, you're probably lying. It is okay to be confused. It is okay to change directions. It is okay to choose a different career path. It is okay to not have it figured out. Your 20s are for experimenting. Another truth I wish I was told way earlier in life is that people will leave. You will outgrow people. It doesn't mean you guys have bad blood. It just means you are evolving in different directions. You may love them and you may have been together for years, but you're evolving and experiencing different versions of yourself. And that's okay. And finally, the one that changes everything. Your life is shaped more by your habits and not just mere words. You can say, I want to grow, but your routine says otherwise. No amount of motivation or speeches will give you the successful habits you want until you take a step towards building it. Build habits in line with the person you want to be. Your future is not created by big moments. It is created by small choices repeated daily. Your life will become easier when you focus on growth and not perfection. There it is, the truths and lessons I learned the painful way. With that, we've come to the end of today's episode. If you felt attacked, good. Growth is uncomfortable. Sit with it. Share this with someone who needs a reality check. Do not forget to subscribe to the podcast and to the podcast newsletter on Substack. And remember, life will keep teaching you. Do not be afraid to learn. See you next week with another exciting episode. And thank you for listening. Bye bye.